Hello and welcome to Thought for October the 6th. Our readings are 1 Chronicles chapter 22, Ezekiel chapter 32 and Ephesians chapters 3 and 4. And our thought is, then they will know that I am the Lord. This phrase, which so often occurs in Ezekiel, for example chapters 28, 29 and 30, all conclude with these words. In today's chapter 32, it occurs in verse 15, after predicting the downfall and disgrace of Egypt, where the remnant of the people from Jerusalem had gone for safety, taking a reluctant Jeremiah with them, as we read in Jeremiah chapter 43. Egypt had been a great nation for centuries, as archaeology shows, and we particularly remember the experience of Joseph. So what does this phrase mean? We concluded that it means that events prove that those who know and listen to the words that the prophets utter in the name of the Lord, the one and only God, will know that he is the only Lord and he means what he says. We can therefore see that the fulfillment of God's words in the past gives confidence and faith to those who take serious notice of his words today. Today's chapter lists all the great nations that had come and gone, and which Egypt was to join in obscurity. Some we know, like Assyria in verses 22 and 23. Some we are not so sure of the detail about, like Elam and Edom. And it is interesting that Meshech gets a mention, verse 26, as a nation of the past, before Ezekiel's time. And it seems this city was in the territory of current-day Moscow, as some notable historians have deduced. One could compile an up-to-date list of empires that have come and gone. The Roman Empire became nominally Christian in the 3rd century, but perished in its own corruption 200 years later. And what of the British Empire, and also of the Spanish, and many more? Human empires come and go, but when God's empire is established over all the earth, then all people will know. But it will be of no benefit to those who do not know the Lord now. Indeed, it will be a disaster to many, to those who refuse to believe there is a creator. God causes the prophet Joel to paint this picture of the future. The Lord roars from Zion, the heavens and the earth quake, but the Lord is a refuge to his people. So you shall know that I am the Lord your God, who dwells in Zion, my holy mountain. And Jerusalem shall be holy, and strangers shall never again pass through it. Those who know their God now will have an eternal role in his service from that time onwards. Well, thank you for joining us once more for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that they are a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.